Hello, everybody. Wow. We have a lot of people joining. We're at 53 participants, which is so exciting. Okay, I'm going to work really hard to keep everybody muted on this one. It's gonna be loud.
Neat. Please.
Okay, I'm going to just keep letting people join here for the next couple minutes because a few people were having challenges getting on. So we're going to just let them keep on going. Oh, I love all these familiar faces I'm seeing. All right, we have about 115 of us on. This call itself will probably max out at about 200 people. And then I'll do my best to keep this recorded so that we can all share this on our pages and with our newbies that join our teams. So I'll give us probably at about 8:35 I'll start because people keep adding. We're at 121 folks right now, so let's just give them a few more minutes, you guys, and then we'll get going. Hi, Laura. I see you there. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, trying to make sure I'm getting everybody muted here. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Michael, hello. All right, y'all, I'm going to give us just a couple more minutes, and then we are going to start. Okay. Okay. My room seems a little dark here, so I want to make sure you guys can see. Okay. All right, we're at 8:34, just about to begin. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this a start, y'all. Hello. Welcome to our August 1st Power Team Newbies training. My name is Rozalyn Payne. If you all are on the Power Team, which probably 99% of y'all are, you are in my downline. I'm your Diamond Gold upline. And I am so crazy pumped that so many of you have decided to jump in and join this Plexus journey. This company is amazing. It has blessed so many of us. And in chatting with you tonight, I want to be able to impress on you all how different this company is from other network marketing companies. I have a lot of people on my team who have worked on network marketing companies in the past. And what they're able to share with me and with a lot of us is the drastic difference between Plexus and other network marketing companies out there. And just saying so that you all understand this opportunity that you have in your hands, because it really is unbelievable. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I started with Plexus back in June of 2013. I'm from Dallas, Texas, a suburb called McKinney. I have 2 children, they're teenagers, and I've been married to my husband for 21 years. My whole background has been in advertising. I was an advertising executive for 19 years prior to Plexus. And in June of 2013, my best friend approached me. Her name is Celeste Gwynn. And since a lot of you on here are brand new, you may not know, Celeste at this point is the #1 ambassador for Plexus worldwide. And the craziest part of that is that She's never worked a day in her life prior to Plexus. This was her very first job. And to her, it's really never been like a job. It's just like networking with friends and sharing why she loves Plexus. And that's all she did. So backing up a little bit, she had started with Plexus. She had lost about 35 pounds over about 6 months. And her best friend from college, who she was buying under, encouraged her to sign up. And so she decided to help her friend out. She didn't feel like she needed the business, didn't really want the business, and said, I'll do it to help you out. What do I need to do? So she signed up, and she just started, and her friend said, you know what, just FYI, there's a trip that you can win to Maui, Hawaii. If you want to go with me, you just got to do X, Y, and Z, and you can go. Well, that was enough to set my friend on fire. Okay, so Celeste took off, started sharing with everybody. I was the first person she called, of course, being her best friend. And she was like, Roz, we got to do this. We got to do this business together. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Not going to do this business. I'm not interested in that. I have a college degree. I've been working in this career. I've been trying to climb up the corporate ladder for so many years. Sadly, as much as I was telling her that, I wasn't successful in what I was doing. I was having to juggle 3 jobs. The recession had really hit us hard in 2007, and we had burned through a lot of savings, and it was just a hard time. And I know everybody seems to go through these seasons. Sometimes you feel like you're vested with that season forever. But I was in that season, and we were working hard, and we were struggling, and we couldn't make ends meet, but I was still very skeptical. And I'm telling you all this because a lot of people you talk to, and you all on this call right here, probably when you first heard about Plexus, might have rolled your eyes. You might have scrolled right past. You might have completely ignored and been like, whatever, what are they selling to me now? I was one of those people. I was one of those people for probably about 4 months. I wanted nothing to do with this. And it was interesting because all my friends were doing it, y'all. All my best friends, the people I was doing life with before Plexus, they were all signing up with Celeste. And they were all doing very well. They were all getting healthy. They were all raving about what these products were doing for them. And they were making very good money and just being the conduit to getting these products in other people's hands. That's all they were doing. What makes this so different is that Plexus, these products, they're not a one-time luxury item, like a candle, like a handbag, like mascara, like whatever else you might see out there in the network marketing world. These are consumable products. I have some right here. These are consumable products that people take every single day of their life. Well, why does that benefit us? Because we have customers who need our products every single day of their life. They need our products. They need our products a lot of times to replace medications they're on. They're on our products because they give them a natural sustained energy they've never had in anything else they've ever taken. They take our products because they can't take artificial sweeteners, artificial gluten, anything else that's out there that's totally riddling our bodies. They're finding that, oh my gosh, I can take these. Not only can I take these and get these at a darn good deal, but I can get my money back after I try them for 2 solid months. There's not one vitamin or supplement on any grocery store or any CVS or Walgreens that's ever going to offer you that. So it makes these products stand out among other things that you could do a business with. These are consumable products people can take from 0 to 100, men and women. Because if you think about it, a lot of network marketing companies like the makeup lines, and I shared with you the bags and all that, it skews female. And yes, those may be female heavy industries, but y'all, my market is everybody. And that's awesome. I'm not selling toys that only go to children. I'm not selling, pills for people with bad backs just to go to a certain segment. I'm selling products that reach the entire gamut. Therefore, I have a viable product in my hand that people want to get their hands on. So that's what happened when I first started sharing myself. They're trying to mute everybody. Apologize. That's what happened when I started sharing myself. I was skeptical. I told her I didn't want to do this. I have a heart condition called proximal atrial tachycardia. I didn't want to take anything because I thought it might make my heart race. I was not a fan of the energy drink world. I was really skeptical because it made me nervous. But she had me drag, the list of ingredients to some of my doctors. Y'all, they looked at it and they said, there's nothing in here that can hurt you. Nothing. So that gave me enough confidence to give it a try. And I tried the Plexus and I liked it day one. And I say the Plexus, I meant Slim. I tried it day one. I liked it. Second day, I felt the sustained energy that I know a lot of you have felt. And that felt good. It felt good to actually have energy that wasn't making my heart race and making me feel just icky like a lot of those drinks or maybe caffeine does. So I liked that. I thought, okay, I'll start trying taking this. I'm feeling good. I started losing some weight. It was really nice. But she really wanted me to do the business. And she wanted me to do the business because she knew I needed it. She saw what the business was giving her friends, and which were our mutual friends, the freedom it was giving them. She was having girlfriends say, oh my gosh, if I keep this up, I'm going to be able to retire. Oh my gosh, I don't have to pick up that second job. I don't have to pick up those those waitressing shifts. I'm able to just do this from my phone 90% of the time. And as I watched my friends getting more and more successful, because they were getting successful fast, I started to realize that I think that I was the fool, that I was the one that wasn't jumping on, that I wasn't the one, that I was going to watch this train barrel by, and it was going to be that opportunity that I look back on and think, I can't believe I never did that. It was resonating with me. And it was surprisingly, my husband was a believer in this whole program before I was. He was watching it on Facebook. He watched all of our friends. He was talking to some of their spouses, and he's like, Roz, why don't you give this a shot? I was still worried, didn't want to. We were struggling with a very strong financial need at the time. I have a son, he's high functioning on the autism spectrum and was needing a therapy. It's going to cost me $1,000 out of pocket every month. We didn't have that. I couldn't even offer that to my son. I was so scared. He was going to middle school, and I knew at the time I could not arm my son in the strongest way I possibly could, because I couldn't afford a therapy because my insurance refused to pay for it. It was a very hard, scary, scary time. So when my husband brought that up to me and he said, why don't we do this? What if this could help pay for that therapy? Everything changed, y'all. Everything. In that moment, there was a huge paradigm shift. And I went from, oh, how is this going to look if I do this on Facebook? Oh, what are people going to think of me if I start selling products? I had all these just selfish, prideful reasons why I was saying no. And the minute my husband put my son in front of me, it changed everything like that. And I thought, okay, I will give this a try for him. I'm going to give this a try for Colton. All you moms know out there, we will knock down walls to help our babies. And that's exactly how I felt in that moment. And so I did it. I just said, okay, Celeste, I'll give this a try. Told my husband, we'll probably make a couple $100. We're going to have to pray through the rest. But I'm still going to try. And so I jumped in there, y'all. I took off, I put my blinders on, and I went to work. I did exactly what they told me to do. And in my first full month with Plexus, I made $1,200. Y'all, I paid for my son's therapy, but I also had an extra $200 that meant so much to me. That extra $200 told me that I can do so much more. It was almost like the Lord was handing me this gift. And he was saying, take this opportunity. I'm giving you this shot. And I thought, who would I be to squander this opportunity? Because this opportunity already had changed my life. What could it do for other people's lives? What could these products do for other people's lives? I was already seeing life-changing things happen to family and friends. I almost got to the point felt selfish if I'm not telling people, because I wish someone had told me six months ago, a year prior, because I would have been on the bandwagon if I could have bought in back in the day. So I just went after it again. I was like, okay, my new goal, my first goal, we call it our why. My first goal / why was my son. Secondly, I was like, I want to be home with my kids. So I've worked for 19 years. My whole adult life I've worked, and I've worked hard. Was not afraid of hard work, but I didn't want to do it forever. And I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be the mom that stayed home. I wanted my husband to have more freedom to work, take a job that he really loved, and not just take a job because it paid well and he was kind of stuck. I saw the opportunities that this business offered. And I just said, okay, we're going to go after this, because if this really hits, this is going to change our world. And I put my head down, put my blinders on, and I took off. In the next 8 months, I went Emerald with Plexus. At Emerald, that's a rank where you earn a Lexus and a trip to Hawaii. I was floored. I was absolutely floored. 2 months after that, I went Sapphire. That was the time that I was able to retire from my job. I was able to be on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning at the pool with my kids. I had never been on my own on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock because everybody out there in the workforce in the professional world knows that everybody's working at that time. Y'all ever seen that commercial where the guy's in New York City and he sees that Nissan drive by with a kayak on the roof, and he's sitting there with his briefcase and he says, "Where's that guy going?" And it says that it's Tuesday. People work on Tuesdays. I thought that all the time, and when I saw that commercial, that resonated with me. Because I thought I'm vested with this for the rest of my life. But guys, hey, you know what? I 2 months after that, it was 14 months from the day I started, I went diamond with Plexus. Diamond is the top level of the company. I'm able to, my husband was able to leave the job that he wasn't happy with and find a job that he loved. I was able to get completely debt free. I began quickly at 9 months making a 5-figure salary. The blessings that came out of this business were unbelievable. Couldn't believe what was going on. But now where I am now I get to sit around and help all my friends have the same freedom. I'm now in year 4. I've been able to take my children places I never imagined. A vacation's been able to send them to schools I never could afford. There was a school for my son that we had wanted to send him to for a long time, but we never could afford it. And with Plexus, we've been able to afford it and send him to the school that can really help him and has really changed his life. And his life is so much better because of it. So now I just love to get with my new folks and the new folks that join my team and share with y'all how I did this and what you all need to do just to get off the ground and get your business off the ground. I'm going to show you guys this right here. Everybody that signed up with Plexus, if you've signed up and you haven't gotten your success kit yet and your first products, they're on the way, okay? You're going to get a box that looks like this right here, and it opens up, and this is called our success kit, and it's filled with all kinds of goodies. It's got all kinds of information and booklets and cards and everything you would need to work your business. But kind of what I wanted to pull out of here, and it's one of the first things you'll see, is called a quick start guide. And this is what everybody gets when you sign up with Plexus. And you open it up, it opens up vertically. And right here, y'all, it has 10 steps to working a Plexus business. This card right here and all the documentation in here was co-written by ambassadors. So you have people who are at the top of the company, who are at my level, who helped create the text and the information in this. So this stuff in here isn't just some corporate garble of some training that they just thought that you all might need. This is stuff that we have been able to share with them, and then they put that information into this. So everything here is stuff that is breathed by people who have gotten to the top of this company. Y'all, this company is not very old. We're a very, very young company. When I started, there were only maybe 22, maybe 20 diamonds in the company. I was number 44. Now there's hundreds of diamonds in the company now. The teams, what you do with Plexus is you build a team. And what's been so enjoyable about that is when you build your team, and building a team is when people decide to jump in the business and join on your team and build underneath you. What's so beautiful about that is that you have a tribe to do this business with. You're never alone. You have people above you, you have people below you, you have people on your sides that all want the same thing. Some might want this just for a hobby, and that's totally okay, y'all. Some might want this to work it as a business and have it as a career, and that's totally fine too. You can do whatever you want with it. Some people just want the products at wholesale, and that's what they're choosing to do. Now that's great, but I tell you what, you share how much you love the products and allow other people the opportunity to try the products, you'll get your products paid for immediately. You get your products paid for in a day pretty much by just reaching out and having a couple people start ordering from you. So let me go ahead. I'm going to try to share the screen here. We were having some issues earlier, but I put together a little PowerPoint here and I wanted to share just some steps. I'm going to pop through this pretty quick. So let me check. Just hold on for just a moment. Okay. Okay. So this is just a little bit about us. So just so you understand. So our team, our larger team that we are part of is called the Destination Diamond Dream Team. And the acronym for that they'll use is DDDT. So everybody on this call is under the Destination Diamond umbrella. These are my uplines. So my upline here on the far left is Jen Hawkins. She is a diamond ambassador with Plexus. That means that she went to the top in Plexus, and once you get to the top, they let you re-enter under yourself, and build a team a second time. So she's a diamond twice. Celeste Gwynn, right under her, she's my best friend, the one in the middle with her son. She's also a diamond. Celeste was the first diamond. Excuse me. The first diamond. Jen went diamond yesterday or day before yesterday. So she's brand new double diamond. And then the third is me. And I do this so you all can understand what an upline and a downline is. So Celeste is my upline and Jen is my upline. So Celeste is Jen's level 1. I am Jen's level 2. And the people who sign up under me are level 3s. That's how the organization basically works. We get paid when I work this business down 7 levels. So Jen gets paid from Celeste, myself, and 5 levels down from that. I'm going to pass compensation real quick here, and we're going to hop over, and I'll get to that in a minute. So let's talk real quick about how to get started. This is very easy, you guys. You have this card, this quick start guide. It comes in your welcome kit. I have shared with all of my newbies to get this and put it next to your computer. Put it in your calendar. Have it with you at all the time. And it's great too. Also, as you start gaining new ambassadors, if you don't know where to tell them to start, open this up, guys. It tells them right here, and we're going to tick through that really quick. First thing you need to do is be a product of the product. You guys, what this means is you need to be taking your products. You take your products every single day, you're the best testimony to your friends and your family. Because they're going to ask you, what do you think? How does it make you feel? What time of day do you take it? You'll be amazed at how much better you feel when you are on, for starters, just the triplex. Get on that triplex. Make sure you're on it. You guys, you can remember, you try all this for 2 solid months or you get all your money back. So don't squander that. As an ambassador, you get the 60-day money back, and as a customer, you do. So guys, get on their products and stay on them. Be a product of the product. Secondly, and this is number 2 on here, okay? Get to know your success kit. All this little collateral that you're seeing on the screen is all inside here. This stuff's great, you guys. If you're ever in a bind, if you're stuck, if you're like, I really don't know what to do, I don't really know what to say, you just pop in here, y'all. There's even these cool little cards that they have in here that break down every single product. Every single product. Here we go. And on the back of these cards, it tells you what to say about them. It has frequently asked questions. These are brilliant because if you have somebody inboxing you going, hey, can you tell me more about that ease? You can be like, yeah, absolutely. It's actually, and you sound all educated and like you know exactly what's going on because you have it all at your fingertips. These are brilliant. My friend, I was doing one of these trainings last night, and one of my friends said they were on a road trip on the way back from a vacation, and her husband pulled these out, and they were just reading them together. Just because he's like, what is this you've signed up with? And after we read through half of them, he's like, hey, this is kind of legit. I'm kind of impressed at what we're doing here. So that's part of your success kit. So you get an opportunity to get to know that. Next, find your why. And this is so vital in this business, y'all. And this is what kept me on track because I was the complete recipe to quitting this opportunity. I was working a job, really 3 jobs. I had 1 full-time job and 2 clients that I ran on the side, did some consulting for. I have 2 kids. They were very active in activities. I was so busy, I could have had a million things derail me from doing this business. But what I did is I stayed consistent and I stayed focused on my why. And my why is, why am I doing this business? Figure this out. Visit with your spouse about this. Say, why are we doing this? What is our goal? What is it we want? I wanted freedom. I wanted to be, these are pictures of my family right here, my kiddos. These are all trips I've been able to bless them with since I've been with Plexus. It gets me emotional just looking at this because I love that I've been able to do this for my kiddos. Resonate on your why. Use that why. In times when you're having a tricky day or it's challenging, or, you know, somebody decides they don't want to take the product, or somebody says, yeah, you know what, I was going to join, but I decided not to. Don't let yourself give up. Resonate on your why. Keep focused on your why, because all I did when people would do that, I would think, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for my family. These people, these naysayers, these people rolling their eyes at me on Facebook, these people doing this or that, they are not going to help me achieve this why. They're not going to help me achieve my goals. I'm the only one in control of that. And by continuing to remember, I would even put pictures of my kids all around my computer, and it helped remind me when I had a rocky day, I don't care what it's going to take. I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this for freedom, for financial freedom, and for them to have their mom back. And guys, it helped me every single day. And on the days I was too tired, I was like, nah, I'm not going to really do this. I would look up and I would say, but you know what? They're worth it. They're worth every minute of it. And for me, working that short period of time to now having a residual career for the rest of my life, I can't even begin to describe how amazing that is. So finding my why was great. And then finding the why of the people that join underneath me, because now I know how to support them. And when you talk to your friends and that join underneath you and your family who joins underneath you, why they want to do it, someone's going to say, because my husband's about to be laid off. Someone's going to say, because now I'm a single mother and I have to support my child. Somebody's going to say, because I have to support my aging parents. You write that down. Write down the whys of all these people, because when they are struggling, you can reach out to them and say, I know it's a hard day, but I also know that your husband's being laid off in 2 months. Girl, let's change this. Let's write some goals down and let's help you get there. You're able to breathe hope into her when she can't. And you can do that when you understand their why and you understand their reason behind doing this business. Set your business goals. Guys, write down some goals. Where do you want to be? And if you don't know, because most of you won't, because you guys are new, you don't know what's realistic. You know, how quickly could I get to silver? How quickly could I get to gold? How quickly could I move up the ranks? So talk to your upline about it, the person you signed up under. Ask them. Say, what's a traditional timeline for going this far? And you ask them that, and then you jot down your goals and have them help you set goals. They're there to help you. Your upline, they're not your boss, and it's not their job to run your business, but they are there for inspiration, for help, for guidance, for counsel, for someone to lean on, for a safe place for you to chat with when you're stuck. That's what your upline's there for. And if your direct upline is not able to give you what you need, reach above that to the upline above that, or go even above that if you're not getting what you need. That is okay. That is because there's so many of us out there, guys. I would love to do anything to help you get where I am, because I feel like everyone deserves this freedom. And I feel selfish for just holding it to myself and just sitting here and just riding this wave. I want other people to achieve this because it's so amazing. Connect with your sponsor and upline, y'all. Connect with them if you can. Go out and have a coffee. If you're out of state, which most people are, what we're doing right here is Zoom. You can actually do this for free. If you just get a basic account, and you guys can get on and do Zoom chats and have little conferences together. I love that on my team. Some nights we're just like, hey, everybody get on, get a bowl of ice cream. I know we're on Plexus, we all take block. And everyone come in your jammies and we're all going to just sit and visit tonight. And we've done that before. And a bunch of us, we get on and just laugh and tell stories, and we got to know each other and connect. And it was great. There's a lot of ways you can connect with your upline and you can connect with your team. So stay connected with them and share with them what your goals are and what your desires are. 6, this is a biggie, y'all. Make your Franks list. This is a list of about 100 plus. I would even try 200 if you have a lot of connections, of all the people you would love to reach out to about Plexus. Because pretty much everybody you know needs Plexus for either the products or the business or both. So start making that list. And people are like, well, I don't know people. Oh, guys, goodness, everybody knows people. Start with your job. Your Girl Scout troop, your youth group, your baseball team, your little league, high school friends, college friends, neighbors. The Franks acronym is friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, friends, and spouses, friends. You can make this list very quick. And then once you make this list, guys, just figure out the way in which you want to communicate to each of these people. Some people might be really close friends and you think you probably need to text them. Some people you might not know as well. They might be, say, past business associates. Maybe you'll send an email to. Maybe you have their cell number and you could text them and be maybe a little bit more formal. On this list, take a highlighter and highlight the people who you think are your biggest potentials. And when I say biggest potentials, people ask me all the time, Roz, how do we know who to really reach out to join our team? You want people who are influencers, who are positive, who are well-liked. You might have people who are really good at multitasking, who are really good leaders. leaders of the PTO, a CEO of a company, the mayor of a town. Any of these make amazing leaders. Some people will say, Roz, seriously, the mayor of my town, I'm going to reach out to him. Hey, he might say, hey, thank you. I'm flattered. That's very sweet of you, but I'm Mr. Mayor and I don't need this business. But would you mind if I shared this with my sister? You'd be shocked at how connections are. And know too that successful people do life with successful people. So if you're reaching out to a lot of successful people, I guarantee you, you're going to land on some good ones. So give that a shot. But make this Frank's list and begin reaching out immediately. Because if you're not the first one to reach out, somebody else will, y'all. I promise you. Start setting up face-to-face meetings. Start setting up coffees and lunches with friends. Do your best to not just become a hunter. You're not going out to hunt down sales. The minute you get in that frame of mind, it riddles you and it turns you into this sales machine and not somebody who loves people and wants to be a conduit to getting people healthy. When you can get in that frame of mind, you are more relaxed when you're talking to them. Working on relationships and finding out how people need this business, you learn more about them. You learn more about your friends, and you find out very quickly how this would fit into their life. So set up meetings, and I tell you, when you do face-to-face meetings, they're a lot more. Things resonate a lot more than just when you're talking on the phone, and also sharing on social media. Now, there are people in this business that have built their business and become a diamond without using social media. Granted, it took them years and years to do it. And once folks started to use the platform of social media with this business, it was the perfect marriage, and their businesses exploded and they moved fast. Because you all know on social media, I can reach out to, I've got 5,000 Facebook friends, I can reach out to 5,000 people with one post. If I have a meeting, I might have 7 people from my neighborhood in my house. So utilizing social media is a very powerful way to get that word out there. So as soon as you start and sign up, as soon as you guys get this welcome kit, guys, start sharing. Maybe take a picture of you with a welcome kit and say something like, all right, I've drank the Kool-Aid, I'm jumping on. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I'm ready to be my own boss, and I'm jumping on anybody else interested in joining this with me. There's all types of ways that you can say it, and talk to your upline about an introductory post, about a post that you can say, trust me, you want to tell your Facebook audience and your social media audience that you are an ambassador. I made that mistake. I did not do that right off. I didn't do it because there were certain people that I didn't want to tell I was doing it to because I thought they were hearing about it from everybody else. Again, I was not educated in how this works. What happened was some of my dearest friends joined up under somebody else, other people, because they had no idea I was selling Plexus. And when they did end up finding out just through social media over months and months, they said to me, Roz, why didn't you ever tell me you were doing this? I totally would have signed your team. And some of these people are jewels now. And I just didn't realize it. I thought that my voice on Facebook was going to be mixed up in all these other voices talking about Plexus. But what I was realizing, some of these people only knew one other Plexus person besides me. I was seeing all the Plexus posts because all my friends do Plexus, but they weren't seeing that. So that was a misnomer. I made that mistake. Let me skin my knees and make mistakes, and then you guys learn from that, because you guys make sure people know immediately that you are a Plexus ambassador. Also, if you're bold enough, maybe post your why. You see these 2 pictures at the bottom of the screen. That's Julia Cartier on the left. She's a diamond on my team. And that's Ellen Ford. She's also a diamond on this team. They did really creative ways to kind of tell their why. Julia held up a little piece of paper. I'm sorry, that's a small graphic you can't see, but she bullet pointed why she's doing the business. Ellen Ford explained on here just just some text on what the business has done for her. Both of them posted these, and they got a lot of interest. They're just unique ways. You could even do this as an introductory post, talking about why I decided to jump on board, and you just have these little bullets. A lot of fun, just a lot of creative ways just to get yourself out there. What are some best times to post? Morning, night, and lunch are fabulous. I get a lot of momentum at nighttime. I'm finding that a lot of my circles, a lot of people that I did life with worked. They were professionals. They had full-time jobs during the day. So in the evening, they were either watching TV or they were online. I was getting a lot of momentum at that. Lunchtime was fabulous too, because everybody's on lunch break, and a lot of people either sit on their phones at lunch or they're allowed to get on their computer and go through Facebook at lunch. Mornings were great for just, so some people have jobs where they're not on computers all day. They might be in retail. They might be in the restaurant industry. And so the only time that they can check their Facebook is first thing in the morning and nighttime. So remember when you're posting, and you should post about 3 times a day, because I guarantee you the people who are seeing it in the morning are not always seeing it at lunch and not seeing it at night, because you have totally different audiences. And the way Facebook works is that it's only going to show people in the morning, and then your post is going to get buried. So you need to be posting multiple times a day. Make them more effective. Don't just have just a salesy post. This little post on the left has some Slims and a water bottle, and it says, I always keep some Slim packets in the car. If you're like me with kids after school, it's cheer, b-ball practice. This mama has all the energy she needs thanks to Slim and Boost. She just described her, there we go. She just described what's going on in her life at that time and how Plexus is working into her life. People love that, y'all. People love to see you doing normal life and how Plexus works into it. They're not as wowed when they see a package of Slim and you writing out bullet points to how this can help them. Now, people will respond to it. You will get people interested. So you can still do these posts. Like on the right, it says, kids are busy, let Plexus Slim help you. These are 2 different ways to communicate the exact same thing. But personally, I'm attracted to the one on the left. I'm always attracted to pictures, real life pictures. And what even gets it more is if you're in the picture. If you grab some Slim, that's a bad one because it's so dark in here. Here's a cute bottle. If you grab some Plexus Slim and you get a picture with it and you're like, hey, ready to kick off my day, got a lot of energy rolling because of this bottle of goodness. Guys, people will respond to that and will say stuff on your post way more than they will say about you just doing a graphic like on the right. So think about that. That's a really important thing when you first start in the business. Maybe if you've lost weight, showing a picture of your before and after jeans. Maybe somebody had a picture of them peeking out of a dressing room saying, like all excited, and it said something like, first time I've worn a single digit size since high school, whoop, thanks Plexus. People loved that. They thought that was so much fun. Maybe if you are interested in this becoming more of a business, get some professional pictures taken of yourself. You guys can get them really cheap. You can get, there's some Nikon cameras out there that can take gorgeous pictures, and use that as your profile picture. The minute you start sharing about Plexus on Facebook, your Facebook page becomes a business page. So start cleaning it up a little bit and making it look professional. Going in and changing your profile to say that you're a Plexus ambassador. Get some nice pictures. It's kind of like a Facebook posture is what we call it. If you have some crazy wild pictures from that Friday night, y'all were out all night drinking, you might want to pull some of those down, because people want to do business with folks that they respect and that they honor and that look like they have strong character. And if you're really looking for people to join your team, they're going to probably troll through your Facebook a little bit and check and see what kind of person you are. So just think about that, okay? And non-Plexus posts are just as good. People join Facebook or like you and are following you, or you're friends with you on Facebook because they love you and they care about you and they want to see your life. So they still want to see what you're eating. They still want to see when you're checking in at the gym. They still, if you love to share scripture, continue to share your scripture. If you have pictures, like this is of my daughter when she was really little as Alice in Wonderland, but make sure you're posting that along with Facebook. Just don't start, as they say, throwing up Plexus all over social media, especially if you haven't been on social media very much. If all of a sudden you jump on there, friend everybody you used to know and start selling or posting, they're immediately going to think they're just trying to sell to us. Your ultimate goal is to build and rebuild relationships, because this is a relationship industry. And you want to build relationships, strong relationships with your friends and your family, and finding out, how this can work in their life. And I keep saying that over and over because that's so important to work Plexus in that manner and not work it like a hardcore sales business. Number 8, and this again is number 8. Now we're back on the quick start guide. Number 8 is getting to know your back office. Your back office, y'all, is what is all the paperwork behind your business. Everything is kept track. I know some of you are probably zooming in on this. No, this is not my back office right here. This is one I just pulled off the internet. But what this is, y'all, when you're new, you have your ID number and your password, and you type it in when you log into your account, and this is what's going to pull up. And this is your dashboard. Learn this. There's an actual way up here. It says next steps in the center, that square, that will step you through and tell you how to use this. If you get stuck and confused, call your upline. You guys can get on together on a Zoom and walk through this. Learn it. There's buttons you can hit, and you can see all your sales just like that. You can see all your downline just like that. You can sort out and find your customers and find your ambassadors. It's fabulous. So learn your back office. This is vital when you start growing your team. You're going to need this information. Let's talk a little bit. Oh, you know what? There's 2 more bullets, guys, and I apologize. For some reason on this PowerPoint I have right here, my last 2 slides vanished minutes before this started. I love that. Let me tell you. So I'm going to tell you what the last 2 bullets are. And this number 8 up here, this is number 8 right here, folks. So number 9 here was explore the Plexus Learning Center. Plexus Learning Center is go to plexusworldwide.com, and you can go in there, and there's buttons that you can go and you can search every one of our products. It has all the information, has the labels, has all the ingredients, and has bullet points on how you can share about the products and what they do. So guys, get in there and check that out. There's also another site that's fabulous that so many of us rant and rave about. It's called plexuspowertools.com. Plexus Power Tools. It's $10 a year. The gentleman who runs its name is PC Christopher. He's a personal friend of mine. Our children have gone to school together for 10 years. He is an ambassador as well, and he has a myriad of very professional, classy looking documents about Plexus. Forms, letters, information, product lists, all kinds of fabulous information. He lets you download any of it and use it at any time you want. plexuspowertools.com. Check that out. And then number 10 on here was get connected and stay connected. And that basically is just saying get connected with others in the business, meetings, other sidelines, lean on folks. You can learn from folks. Get to know other people that are in your team, on your team, and on these team pages that you're on. It's the more connected you are to others, the easier it is to learn, and it gives you more resources, y'all. It gives you more opportunity. Like when I started, we didn't have all this fancy stuff. We had to lean on each other. So leaning on each other and connecting with each other was the way that we all grew together. And when somebody else was growing, it pushed me. I'm like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. If she's got a job, she's a single mom, she's got this, she's got this, she's got this. If she can do it, I can do it. And it was great for me to have this team and this tribe. It helped me in that way. So stay connected. So I'm going to burn through this pretty fast. And this is just a little bit beyond just the posting and beyond the 10 quick start guide bullets that they give you. Here's a few more things to go through, guys. Some people will say, well, my market is saturated. You all may have heard that. And what that means is that people say, well, everybody I know is doing it. Everybody I know has already tried Plexus. Y'all, or you'll say, and I'm saying this to you too, because people that you talk to about the business might say this. Oh, everybody in my town is already doing Plexus. Everybody at my church is already doing Plexus. What they don't understand is that in network marketing, it's everybody you've ever been connected to in your entire life. I live in McKinney, Texas, far north suburb of Dallas. My largest teams are in Amarillo, Texas, Boise, Idaho, and the state of Alabama. Why? Because one of my best friends moved to Boise, and she spread it amongst her town and her neighborhood, and it exploded. Why Amarillo? Because one of my dearest friends has a friend who also has a friend who lives in Amarillo, and she blew up a team over in Amarillo. Why Alabama? Because the same girl had a friend from church who moved to Alabama and shared it with all of her sorority sisters and all of her friends from college, and they exploded the state. So guys, it doesn't have anything to do about where you are in your immediate life right now. What it has to do with is your connections throughout your whole life. And guys, I've gotten a lot of folks that are like spouses of my friends. So I've got a friend who I used to work in an ad agency with, and his wife joined my team, and she's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've never known anybody from Albuquerque, but she sure does, and she shared it with all of her people. so your market's not saturated. And this picture on the right of all these girls, I'm on the far left here. All of these ladies, all of us have children that go to McKinney Christian Academy. The school only has 600 kids total in the entire school, pre-K through 12. All of us are jewels. And of these girls, I don't really know who's on this far right. I think it's Rainey Anderson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of us are Diamond Ambassadors. So there's no way that our market was saturated if 6 of us at a tiny school of 600 people can become Diamond Ambassadors. Get yourself some business cards, guys. Get your business cards right away. You can get them on Etsy. You can get them at Vistaprint, anywhere, and start sharing. Get yourself some swag. I have a little hat here. This is one of my absolute favorite hats. There's a girl, what's her website? Is it jpswag.com is what I think it is. I love her swag. I got this right here at the Plexus store, all kinds of stuff. I've got, here's a cute little purse too. Here's a little cute purse that's got Plexus on it. Carry this stuff around, guys. Brand yourself. And you don't have to be head to toe Plexus. I say this all the time. I've got more mileage out of a $1.99 keychain that says Plexus on it that I bought one time because I have it on my hands all the time. I have it at the grocery store. People always were asking me, so what's Plexus? I got so much mileage. I mean, what a great return on investment for $1.99 to have all these people asking about it. But when you're proud enough to wear Plexus, people will eventually ask you. Or if you wear it and you wear it consistently, and that person has an acquaintance who is taking Plexus and calling them about it, they might ask you, they might finally bend and ask you. Maybe you're at Starbucks and you walk in and they're like, all right, I had a friend call me the other day and ask me about this Plexus stuff. I see you in here wearing Plexus all the time. What is this stuff? Boom. Why did they ask you? Because they know you. Because you're consistent in their life. You're somebody who brands themselves. You're somebody who's obviously proud enough to wear the stuff, which means they assume that you know exactly what you're talking about. Brand yourself, you guys. I promise you, it really, really does work. So some people say, okay, what do I do, Roz? Someone shows interest. What are some things that I should do when they show interest in doing this business with me? For starters, you guys, this is actually interest in products is what this is. I apologize. For starters, guys, set expectations. Let them know, okay, you guys need to give this a good 2 months. And I say that over and over and over. And I say that because I want people to be consistent. I say, guys, stick at this for 2 months because after 2 months, you can get all your money back. So it is a win-win. It will not behoove you to throw in the towel after 2 weeks. Please commit to 2 solid months on this. Tell them to be patient. Say, guys, if you're pretty unhealthy and you're about 30 years old, it took you about 30 years to get unhealthy. So just be patient. Drink water. Drink at least 50% of your body weight in water every day to help these products metabolize. What that means, if you're 100-pound a woman, you need to be drinking 50 ounces of water every day. Okay. Don't be married to your scale because more than not, the way our products work, you're going to lose inches before you start losing weight. Your shirts are going to feel looser. You're going to start feeling skinnier. Don't get all married to the scale. I'd have them measure more than I would do scale. Explain to them what detox is. A lot of you might not even know what detox is. When you take these products a lot of times, just making sure my husband's leaving to go pick up my daughter. Okay, just making sure he was leaving. I apologize. Once you start taking these products, sometimes your body will go through a detox. Your body has been sick for a long time, and your body, and so you're going to have just all these some detox. Sometimes people get a headache. Sometimes people might get a little rash on their arm. These are ways your body is detoxing. Go to my team page and search detox. And take a look at all the different information they have. Just prepare people. Not everyone experiences this, but some people do. And when they do, I say, I'm going to tell you, you may not love that headache right now, but what it means is that plexus is working. It's working in your system. Stick with it. And then communicate. Keep up strong communication with them, guys. When you have people that are trying this, check in with them every 3 days. Hey, how you doing? And don't be annoying, but just drop a line. Hey, just wanted to see how that triplex was going that you tried. Let me know if you have any questions. Hey, I know you were hoping, to see something after a couple months. Let me know how you're doing. As long as you're vested in them, they're going to be open to share with you. Sometimes people get really private about that and they might not, reach right back. But when they know that you're vested enough and they're not just a sale to you, that you're actually interested in how they're feeling and how they're doing, people are much more apt to stay in the game, guys. I promise you. Let me talk a little bit about some excuses and solutions. And I like this because these are all things that have happened. These are all excuses that people have tossed to me or to my downline when I have asked them about trying Plexus. Hey, why don't you give this a try? Here's some excuses. Sometimes they've said, I don't have the money. And I say, great, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee. You guys try this for a couple months and you get all your money back. Some might say, is this just another one of those lose weight quick schemes? I'm like, no, we have a myriad of other products. Guys, make sure you're sharing with them all of our products, and you're not, if they're just saying, tell me about the Slim, don't just tell them about the Slim. Tell them about everything we've got or everything that you're aware of. Say, we also have a pain relief line. You know, we also have these great shakes that are meal replacements. We have all kinds of different products. Make sure that you're sharing with them all of our products. I've had people who were buying under somebody else for a long time because they thought all we had was Slim. They had no idea we had a pain relief line. And they were complaining about tennis elbow. And I asked them, have you ever tried Ease? And they're like, what's that? I'm like, oh, that's a Plexus. They had no idea, guys. So they would, if that person would have told them, they probably would have bought from that person. Someone says, I've tried everything and nothing works. You can say, I can share countless testimonies of folks that have found success. Find out what it is, you guys, that person is wanting. If that person has an autoimmune issue and they're struggling, say they have Hashimoto's and they don't know what to do, guys, go search in our pages under Hashimoto's and you will find great testimonies. Look under Lyme disease. Look under, and these are all different autoimmune. Look under rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, Crohn's. Hop off of autoimmune, ADD, ADHD, migraines, pain, fibromyalgia. Guys, look these up on the team page. And when I keep saying this, on my team page, there's a little hourglass that search option, either my page or the page that you guys are on, because a lot of you are on deeper teams. There's folks of you that are, you know, underneath Andrea or Becky or Rachel or Susan or Caroline, Sarah Anderson, any of these, Melissa Shaver, Jennifer Pearson. If you all are down in there, they all have team pages, so you guys have access to. And all this same information I'm saying is on all of our pages, okay? Let's say you're trying to read, now that was customers. Let's say you're trying to get a new ambassador. Let's say you know there's some neighbors out there who really need this business. You have neighbors that you love to pieces, but they're struggling. And you're trying to figure out, oh, how can I talk to them? And they say, I just don't have the money. And you say, great, you know, great, join at the wholesale rate then. Become an ambassador. You don't even have to sell. You don't have to sell at all. That's great for people because they can go ahead and join, not have to sell, try the products at least. And if they love it, then they can get a return on their money. And here is a really neat thing that I've told people. I've told folks when they're like, I just would need this to happen fast. And I just really need, and I said, okay, I'm going to tell you something. The minute you click join Plexus and you go through the pages and you hit end, that second you can begin making money. We get paid 5 times a month, y'all. 5 times. Every Friday and on the 15th. So if anybody joins this week, they will have a paycheck next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So all the money you make this week goes to next week. They will also get a check on the 15th. So guys, the 15th of the month after this existing month. So on the 15th of this month, we're going to get all of our July commissions. Let people know that. People have no idea they can start making money as quick as they can. People say, I don't have the time. I said the same thing. This is my friends, one of my girlfriends said, I have 4 kids and I homeschool, and I still did it. I said, I'm working 3 jobs. I was working 55 hours a week. And what I did is I worked on my phone before work, my lunch break, and after work. I did it every day. I did it every day, and I stayed committed. I posted every day. And y'all, there were a lot of people who reached out to me or joined my team without ever liking or commenting on a post. Do not take the fact that you're not getting likes or comments on your posts as a rating to how you are doing in this business. It's not apples to apples at all, y'all. People will reach out to you privately more than anything. So remember that, okay? People say, I don't know anybody. Oh gosh, you guys do know people. High school, college, jobs. We talked about that earlier, that Frank's list. Talk to your husband. Maybe your parents have friends that you could friend and start sharing with. People say I'm not a salesperson. I said that. Great. I'm not either. Sales makes my skin crawl, but I will share products all day long. I will share, just like I share my favorite restaurant, just like I share my favorite vacation spot, I share about Plexus. You know, I had somebody the other day complaining because their daughter had constipation issues. And I'm like, did your doctor have her on Miralax? And she said, every single day. And I'm like, girl, I'll tell you what, if you want to get her off that Miralax, you need to put her on this bio cleanse. You give her 2 of those every morning and her life will be changed. Girl, try that for 2 months, you get all your money back. But try it from me or try it from somebody else. But try it, because I promise you it's going to work. I just figured out how that girl needed it. She brought it up and I gave her a solution. All I was doing there was sharing, because I truly believe it. I know that bio cleanse is going to help her. And guys, that happened. That's happened to me at least 4 times, where people have come to me with that exact same conversation, and they followed through and they did it, and they stopped taking the Miralax, and their family member or their spouse or their child is now on bio cleanse. After you start, once you do go through all these, you do start getting ambassadors, you do start getting customers. Guys, please let me impress upon you on following up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Following up on your existing and following up on folks that don't respond to you. So say you've made your Franks list. You made this big Franks list and you start reaching out to people and you're getting crickets from a whole bunch of people. And what does that mean? That means they're not answering back. They're not saying anything. They're not saying, okay, no thanks, nothing. It's just crickets. These stats are fascinating, and they're real stats. That says 48% of people never follow up with the first prospect. 25% of sales people make a second contact to stop. Go all the way down here, and at the very bottom, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. So what that means is don't give up on people. When people say no thank you, or people say I'm not interested, to me, that's not no, that's not now. They're just saying no, not now, no thanks, not. And how can I follow up with them without being annoying, Roz? Well, this is how. We get a new product out. Like we just got the new Slim, the new formulated Slim. I reached back out to everybody. I know about a year ago you weren't really interested, but I just want you to know they have this new Slim out, and people are clamoring for this product. It's helping people with energy and weight loss, and it's unbelievable. Just wanted to offer it up to you again. See if you have any interest. Let me know. Have a fabulous day. You never know. Maybe that person's going through something, some illness that's riddling them of their energy. And they're like, okay, I'll give it a try. You'd be shocked. One of our girls who just went Sapphire last month, her person who reached out to her 9 times. She said no 8 times. And on the 9th, she finally said, fine, I will try it. So I'm not saying this for you all to be annoying, like those little pestering little, people just tap, 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 tap. But just don't give up. Figure out new ways to reach out to people. Figure out new ways to be creative and not annoying. You could even just reach out and say, you know what, you've been on my heart. I just can't stop thinking. I continue to see your posts about how your back pain is keeping you at home. Have you ever thought of trying something natural? Let me just throw this out there. Just for kicks, if you have any desire, you can even try it for 2 months and get your money back. But would you be interested at all? Give it a shot. I mean, that's the kind of conversation you can have with people, because you're trying to help them, y'all. You are. And the more you try to help people, it's going to resonate better. Okay? So a lot of you are going to be invited to meetings. Some of you might have been invited to meetings, and that's how you joined. And you're going to start seeing meetings. You'll see meetings like this. This is more of a training, but you'll see things called opportunity meetings, and that's where we come. Either ambassadors will host it or corporate will host it, and they call them opportunity meetings, and that's where they share the opportunity of the products and the business, and you bring people to it. People don't have to go, but people ask us for these. And this is what's cool. Being an ambassador with Plexus, you don't ever have to host a meeting. You don't ever have to have a garage filled with products. You don't ever have to have any of that. All these meetings you see pictures of, people asked us to do that meeting. Roz, would you come, the bottom left one, would you come to our city, that was in Amarillo, Texas, and share with a bunch of our friends? They're really interested to hear more about this. Sure. So I came, and they called their friends and said, if you guys are interested in hearing from Rozalyn, come here. And we filled up the room. Bottom right was Austin, Texas. A bunch of people said, will you come down to Austin? We have a lot of people who really want to hear about this. Sure. A couple of my friends, we jumped in the car, drove down, stayed at that hotel right there, walked in, and that was a room full of people. This is not us calling all of our friends saying, oh my gosh, come and please buy something at my meeting. No. This opportunity meetings, we never sell at them. We just invite people in. A lot of times we give away free fun stuff, and we just educate. And if people want to, if people are interested, great. But when you get the best part about meetings, y'all, when you start going to them, we do testimonies where people stand up and share how these products change their life. That alone, for me as an ambassador, is worth me going to every single meeting, because I love to sit and hear how these products have completely changed folks' lives. Because what that does is that gives me a story then to go out and tell other folks. I met this gentleman who was literally pretty much bedbound for a year. He thought that was the end of his life. He thought this is how he was going to spend the rest of his days. And after 2 solid months on triplex, the inflammation in his system completely went down, and now he was up. He wasn't even walking with a walker. I mean, that stuff's really impactful, y'all. And those are the stories you hear when you go to these meetings. So when people say, should I go to meetings? I say, yes, go to every single one you can. Get your downline to go. You'll see little graphics like invitations to all these meetings, and they're usually wide open. Y'all share them with your team, share them with, send them to friends and say, hey, you know what? I really would love for you to go to this with me and just listen to these folks. You're going to hear some great stuff. Invite as many people as you can, because you never know whose life this can change. And if there's no meetings in your area, you'll host one yourself. Call a couple people who've been doing Plexus a little bit longer than you have. Call them up and say, hey, can you guys, I'd love to do a meeting, but I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm really a little nervous. Hey, that's okay. Maybe you can just be the hostess. You welcome everybody. You help set up the projector, and you pass out name tags. And some of the more seasoned people will go ahead and do the presenting for you. Guys, be bold. If you want this, make it happen. If you don't have meetings in your area, start running meetings. We had a group in Boise, Idaho that pretty much started Boise. There was really nothing going on in Boise about 3.5 years ago. And there was a group up there that started, and they were neighbors, and they realized no one's doing meetings. We probably better do our own. And they were maybe golds, and they started doing meetings, and their business just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. And now, they're hundreds and hundreds up there in Boise. People will ask also, Russ, what are some things I should be doing every single day? I'd love to work my Plexus business. I don't have a lot of time, but what's something I can be doing every day to keep me active in Plexus? And we call them daily IPAs, or income producing activities. For starters, you've got to make sure that you're not just scrolling through Facebook and saying that scrolling through Facebook is working my Plexus business. So do your best not just to scroll through Facebook and think that you're working your business. Try to post at least 3 times a day. Try to do a 5-3-1 every day. And what's 5-3-1? 5, reach out to 5 people that you know, or just reach out to 5 people you know about Plexus, the business or the products. Follow up with 3 and train 1. So reach out to 5, follow up with 3, and train 1. And that 1 could be yourself. That's something you guys could do in like 15 minutes. That's something you could do at your lunch break, you guys. And when I say train, that could even be hopping on Plexus Power Tools and doing a little research, going to our homepage and learning a little bit about a product. Pick a product a day that you're going to commit to learning about. Y'all, you don't have to know about all these products. You don't have to know about all these products to start working your business at all. And also another IPA could be to revisit your goals, jot down some strategies, take a lunch break and say, okay, where do I want to be, and get it all written down. Do things that produce income, guys. You do want some of that every single day, and your business will grow. Maybe if you're doing 5-3-1 every single day, some of the 5s from Monday are going to start reaping on Tuesday, and some of the 5s from Tuesday are going to start calling you back on Friday, and then you just start reaping this harvest. Okay, so 5-3-1 is vital. Okay, and reading up on so some keys to success, guys. Make sure you're being professional. You can work this sometimes. You can work it part-time. You can work it sometimes, but please be consistent. People are waiting for you to fail. I realized this in doing this business. People were like, I'm just waiting for the bottom to fall out of this, all the naysayers. I think I even said that to Celeste one time before I joined. Yeah, I was a good friend. But I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know people are watching me and they're just waiting for me to stop posting, for me to kind of give up and fizzle out. I'm not going to do it. I believe in the products enough. I've seen what they've done for people, and I've seen what this business has done for people, and I'm not going to stop. And because of my consistency, I'm 4 years in, and I'm still getting people joining my team who've been watching me for 4 years, who finally set their pride aside and said, all right, Roz, I'm going to give this a shot. Figure out how Plexus can fit into people's lives. I do that by checking on Facebook. I'll look through Facebook about, 10, 20 minutes a day in the morning sometimes. And I just see what's going on out there. It's like, they call it your news feed. But I like to see, and I like to read people's posts and see how Plexus can fit in their lives. Once a day, I guarantee, once a day, I'm inboxing someone privately because I see something that they put on Facebook that to me is screaming help. It's screaming help for either an illness or they need something financially. I had a friend post something about wanting to send her child to a private school. She just sure wished she could. She wishes they weren't so expensive. Boom, that's my opportunity. I inboxed her. I said, girl, what you need to be doing is this Plexus business. If you think you need a little bit of extra money on the side, you want to make $1,000 a month, I'll show you how to do that right now. And she's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. And she's like, you guys make that much? I'm like, girl, we make way more than that, but I'll show you how to make 1,000. And she had no idea. But I took that opportunity. It was a conversation she already put that out there on Facebook, guys. So she put that out there and allowed me to respond to that. It wasn't me just cold calling her and her being like, oh, here's somebody else trying to sell me something. No, she started it. She started that conversation. She put it out there, so it was free for the taking, and I jumped on it. Make sure you're also educating your ambassadors. When you start getting people deciding to sign up on your team and do this with you, teach them how to do it. Teach them all these steps that I've taught you. And once you can teach them and they're doing it on their own, then they'll teach the people below them. And they will teach the people below them. It's called duplication. And that's what makes network marketing so beautiful. You want people to duplicate exactly how you are. So be someone of integrity. Be someone of strong character. Work your business with strong morals and values, because however you lead is how your team's going to lead. And you want a strong team. And the stronger you build your team and you build your core is your level 1 ambassadors. Everyone that signs up underneath you is a level 1 ambassador, okay? I like to get as many legs to that stool as possible. I like to find the strongest legs I can possibly find to be my core business. Once I get there, I teach them how to do what I've done, and they duplicate it, and it just dominoes down, okay? And keep in touch with your customers and share that business opportunity once they have a success. So you've got a bunch of customers, and everyone gets all excited because they're like, oh, I got these customers, and I love that I have all these customers, and I'm making commission. This is a lot of fun. Ultimately, though, you would love them to become ambassadors, because in the long run, they're more beneficial to you if they are an ambassador. I'm going to explain that to you in just a second when I talk about the compensation plan. Okay, so I'm going to hop back, you guys, real quick here. That's the end of this part. I want to talk to you real quick about the compensation plan. And the compensation plan is exactly how we get paid. And people ask me this all the time. I think this is the biggest wow moment for most people with Plexus. I'm finding that people, and I found this with my girlfriend the other day that with a private school story I told you about, they have no idea how much money we can make. And I bet most of you on this call is wondering, how much do these people really make in Plexus? I mean, as an ambassador, how much can I really, really pull in? Because I always hear these grandiose stories, and I hear, oh, there's a girl in, Omaha, Nebraska that makes, $100,000 a year. Is that really possible? Okay, I'll tell you something. Out of my circle of friends, I probably have 40 to 50 friends who are diamond ambassadors of Plexus. And at least more than half of them make well over $200,000 a year. So these people are making very, very good money. Let me talk to you here about our ranks, the financial potential of these ranks.
Turn up.
You start with Plexus. Here, let me make sure somebody is not muted. I don't know how to do that from here. Your first rank in Plexus is silver. A silver ambassador is somebody who has 3 people underneath them. So once you have 3 people sign up underneath you with welcome packs in your first month, you go silver. Okay. Silver ambassadors make on an average between $200 and $1,500 a month. That's how much they make a month. So that's not too shabby, y'all, for having 3 people decide that they want to work Plexus with you. $200 to $1,500 a month. Golds and senior golds, that's a level up from that. That makes $1,000 to $4,000 a month. Guys, that is some real money right there. Those are teacher salaries right there. That's a game changer. That's a mom not having to work outside of her home is what that is. So Ruby senior rubies, they're making around $2,500 to $9,000 a month, y'all. And you know, there's people that are able to get to this Ruby senior ruby easily within a year. Guys, this is not difficult. Emerald ambassadors, not only do they earn a car and do they earn a trip to Hawaii, they make a minimum usually around 10 grand a month. And guys, and people talk about the car. How do they get the car? We either buy or lease the car. And then Plexus pays us $500 a month to pay for that car, or I'm sorry, they pay us $500 a month to cover the cost of that car. When you hit Diamond, they give you $1,000 a month for your car. Sapphire ambassadors make about $15,000 and diamonds make a minimum of $20,000. Most people that I know make probably around double that per month at diamond level. These are real numbers. This is crazy. And I look at this and I'm like, these numbers seem insane because they are. But my girlfriends, my circle that I used to go on girls weekends with and that I used to do life with and raised my kids all through school up until 4 years ago. My whole circle, we're all jewel ambassadors now. There's one of them that didn't join with us, and I still look at her. I'm like, girl, you're crazy. And I got to believe that she looks at us now, and she's like, why did I not do this? She still could. We're still working on her, but there's one out there. And why is there a range? Because people have different amount of customers. People have different commissions. People might have different bonuses that month. So this is how much you can make as a Plexus ambassador. So I'm going to talk to you guys now about how that works. There are 11 ways that we get paid with Plexus. 11 ways. You know, your main way, which everybody is pretty self-explanatory, is you get commission on your sales. We call it retail rewards commissions. Only thing you're required of as a Plexus ambassador to be able to receive commissions is to sell $100 in product. Now you can either sell or buy that. I buy $250 a month in product because I buy it for my family. We're all on Plexus. And of course I pay for that in a heartbeat with the sales that I generate. So all you have to buy or sell is $100 a month. And you will do that with your own product. Done. The minute you do that, from $101 all the way up to $499, you make 15% commission. Okay, you see that on this little chart right here under number 2. Anything over $500 or $500 and up in sales, once you hit 500 in sales and up, you make 25% commission. So that's how much you're making on your own personal sales. Then that's one line item on your paycheck. Then on all the people who sign up that are your level ones directly under you, that's called your level 1 ambassador. Once they sell 100, you make 5% on everything they sell. So if you've got 4 people that are all selling $1,000 worth of product, you're making 5% on all of those folks. That's a second line item on your paycheck. Next, number 4 is a building bonus. Anytime somebody adds to your team, you get a bonus. And your upline above you gets a bonus, and 2 above them gets a bonus. So what they do is they take half of the cost of that, and they divide that up in commissions between you and the 3 ambassadors above you. So you know how cool that is? When you have people join under you and then join under them and under them down 2 and 3 levels, you get commissions or bonuses every time people are adding to your team 4 levels down. That is awesome, y'all. So you get your own commission, you get your override commission, which is your level 1's commission, and you get a building bonus. Next, you get an achievement bonus. So as you move up the ranks, you've heard me talk about ranks. I'm going to go through that in a second with you guys real quick. As you move up ranks, you get bonuses. That's an achievement bonus. 6, fast start bonus. A fast start bonus, if you go gold in your first 30 days, it's not calendar, y'all. It's your first 30 days. So if you join on the 15th of the month, between now and the 15th of next month, if you go gold, you get $700 bonus. That's a fast start bonus for Fast Start Gold. I'm going to talk about points last. Let's hop over here to number one at preferred bonus. There are 3 ways to buy Plexus, you guys. When people want to buy from you, there's 3 ways. They can bet, and this is what I said. Someone's like, okay, so tell me how we do this. There's 3 ways to buy. 1, most expensive, retail. Barely anybody ever does that because who wants to pay full price for anything? Secondly, buying preferred. It's going to be your cheapest way as a customer. You get your products at discount. You get them every single month at the same time. And then after 4 months, you get another 10% off. Great. Third way to buy is wholesale. That's signing up as an ambassador. You don't ever have to sell if you don't want to. You can get them at the cheapest you possibly can is by signing up. And then if you do like the products, you share with a couple friends, boom, you get your products paid for. That's what I tell people when people ask me how we sign up. So in talking about this, I said retail most expensive. Secondly, I said preferred. Now, preferred is great for customers because it saves them money, but it's also great for ambassadors. Why? Because every month somebody's preferred order runs in the system, you get a bonus as an ambassador. So what they're doing is Plexus is discounting the products to help the customer, and they're giving a bonus to help you. It is a win-win. Preferred bonus is another line item on your paycheck. So if you look at this up on my screen and you see the preferred bonus column, it's number 1 here, bottom right, it says triplex combo, $20. Every time somebody buys a triplex combo preferred and that runs every month it runs, you get a $20 bonus. Think if you had 5 people buying triplex, that's $100 extra bucks on your paycheck, on top of your commissions, on top of your override commissions, on top of your building bonuses, and on top of your achievement bonus. Guys, they pay us so much, okay? Then, as you rank up with Plexus, when you hit the top levels, Emerald is one of our top levels. They're the jewel levels. There's Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond. When you hit Emerald, I shared with you earlier, you guys, you earn a Lexus and you earn a trip to Hawaii. You also earn profit share in the company. The company takes 50% of its profits and saves it and gives it to the ambassadors for commissions. Of that 50, they carve out 5% and give that to the jewels. So there's 5%. When you hit Emerald, you get 3% of that. When you hit Sapphire, you get another 1%. So now you're making 4% profit share. And when you hit Diamond, you're making 5% profit share. On top of your commissions, on top of your override, your building bonus, your preferred bonus, your advancement, guys, it just continues to build. And the largest way that we're able to make commissions is off of Plexus points. If you look at this chart up on the screen, it's number 7. Everybody that's added on your team down 7 levels, you get points for, okay? So make sure this isn't my daughter. Okay, it's not. For your levels 1, 2, and 3 underneath you, you make 5 points. So for everyone that signs up underneath me, I get 5 points for. Under them, 5 for my level 2s. For my level 3s, 5. My level 4s, I make 4 points. My level 5, 6 points. My level 7, oh my gosh, I've just totally jacked this up. I'm sorry, I'm looking at one thing, I'm saying the wrong thing. Let's start points again. My level 1s, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 4. Level 5s, I have 3 points. Level 6s, 2 points. And level 7s, I get 1 point for. Okay? So imagine I have 100 people underneath me. Imagine that you add all that up, it's 1,000 points, okay? At the end of the month, Plexus assigns a dollar value to those points. The average, it's based on their revenues. Average is about $3. So if I ended at 1,000 points and it was $3 a point, I just made $3,000 on that line item. On top of my commission, my override, my building bonus, my preferred bonus, fast start bonus if I went fast start, of any of the jewel bonuses. This is why we make so much money. This is why, because they pay us so well. They set up this compensation plan um, back in the day, and there were other people in the industry that looked at it and said, how in the world will you all ever make money doing this? And they were like, you know what, we think we can. The people who started this business, they're from network marketing. They have a whole career in network marketing. They'd always done it. And they wanted to create a compensation plan that blessed the ambassadors as much as it blessed the company, because they knew if they took care of their ambassadors, the ambassadors would take care of the company. And that's exactly what we've done. And it's amazing. This chart right here is just another way to look at it, guys. All of these three charts, this one and this one, are in your back office under, I believe it's under tools, under the library. You can go in there and it's this compensation plan, and you can print this out. My whole first 2 years in the journey, I had this right here printed out, and I had this in my calendar. And I looked at this all the time. And what this does is this shows you all the ranks and the order in which the ranks are. You see them across the top. It shows you how many ambassadors you need to have to hit each rank. It shows you how many points you need to have, because the point system I referred to, that's how we move up to these other levels. So you have to have 100 points to be able to go gold. You have to have 250 points to go senior gold. That's how we move up in ranks. We build a team. We build other folks who want to be entrepreneurs and want to run these businesses. That's how we do it. You get bonuses each time you do this. If you see the line under benefits, at silver, you make a $100 bonus. Gold, you make $250 bonus, and so forth. There's also an outside leg rule. When you are growing a team, a lot of times you'll have one team, one of your legs that's really strong and they're really big and they're your largest team. You make a lot of commissions from that team. That's called your primary leg. All the legs outside of that are your secondary legs. So for instance, if you want to go gold, you have to have 100 points. But of those 100 points, 15 have to be outside of this big, big, big leg. Okay, why do they do that? Because they don't want you just to be able to sit with your feet up and eat bonbons and let one team work their tail off and you just ride on the commissions from that. They want you to continue to work and build your business. And that's fair. It's fair for all of us. I love the outside leg rule. It pushes me to work harder. I know that my upline's working harder, and I know my downlines are working harder if they want to be able to advance. It's a really fair way that they set this up. And that's also a way they set this up to make sure this isn't a pyramid scheme. They're making sure that just the people at the top of this don't make money. Guys, I'm higher ranked than the ambassador 3 above me. I make more money than the ambassador 3 above me because of the way this is set up, because she doesn't have enough points outside her primary leg, so she can't advance up. And that's a good thing, because that shows me that the way that the system was set up was right and strong and appropriate and wasn't shady. This was set up so that people could build businesses and that they could build and be an entrepreneur for themselves. So you guys can dig into this more. I know I went through the compensation plan fast, but I went through it because I wanted people to kind of understand it. There's 2 versions of this, you guys. There's this one right here, and then there's another one that's written out in text in sections. When I was trying to learn it, because I didn't ever have a video or anybody explaining it to me, I took this spreadsheet right here, and then I took the text one, and I was going back and forth, and I just taught myself. Because the more I understood this, the more excited I got. And I tell you what, your spouses, they're going to get excited about this, because once they see this and they're like, what? We get 100 points and we make that kind of money? I mean, that's pretty insane. And you're like, yeah, and it's all because people want to be entrepreneurs and want to do what we're doing. I mean, it's such a win-win. So guys, I tell you what, I'm so excited that you all have joined. I'm so excited that you all have decided to hop on and, and become ambassadors on this team. This team right here is Roz's Power Team. Like I said, our larger team is Destination Diamond. I have a team page. It's Roz's Power Team. You're welcome to join that page if you'd like to. I try to do my best to give encouragement and training on the page. All of the ambassadors below me also have pages, all the jewels below me. I have 45 jewels on my team now. About 48,000 people have joined my team since I started with Plexus. It's crazy. I don't know that many people, y'all. I don't. You only need 12 ambassadors below you to go diamond with Plexus. You only need 12 ambassadors. And really not even 12. I think on the compensation plan, 7 active ambassadors to go diamond. That's it. So if you think, do you know 7 people that could do this? Do you know 7 people that would be in the game? Do you know 7 people that this business could change their life? I'm sure you do, because I did. And this has been the biggest blessing of my life, you guys. It really has. And all I want to do now is help you guys get there. So you guys I wish you guys the best of luck. We'll have continued training on these pages. Check out there's a couple ambassadors, a lot of ambassadors actually, that have great YouTube channels with tons of different trainings that grab any one of these topics and go in depth, and also a lot of other topics that I didn't cover. Sarah Marble, Sonia Dudley, Tara Castaneda, people on this team, Andrea Mitchell, Julia Carty, Ellen Ford, I myself, Rozalyn Payne. I've got some YouTube videos out there. There's all of our jewels. I think Melissa Shaver, there's a girl named Jennifer Pickett. All types of girls have all these videos and channels that you can go and learn from. That's how I learned at the beginning. I remember watching Sarah Marble and Sonia Dudley videos ad nauseum, just to learn, just to seek knowledge, because we didn't have all these resources. So you guys have a fabulous night. I wish you guys the absolute best. Reach to your upline with any questions. You guys, if I can do this while working 50 hours a week, anybody can. So I love y'all. Have a great evening, and go Plexus. Bye, guys.